She died in her home, in nature, at peace. And the cause of death, despite every question the world is now asking, has not been disclosed. Kelly Leigh Curtis died on Saturday, May 30, 2026 in Bellevue, Idaho. She was 69 years old. No cause of death has been revealed. And the woman who announced it, her younger sister, the only person in the world who shared both her parents and her entire life with her, chose to lead with the most important thing. Not a diagnosis, not a medical timeline, not the specific word for what took her. The house she left, in her home, in nature, at peace. That is the obituary that matters. Kelly Leigh Curtis was born on June 17, 1956, in Santa Monica, California. She was the daughter of Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, two of the most celebrated actors of Hollywood's golden era. She was the only sibling who shared both parents with Jamie Lee Curtis, making their bond uniquely intimate within a family that eventually expanded to include 4 half-siblings. Born into Hollywood royalty, and yet she chose Idaho. She chose Bellevue. She chose thrift stores and turtle collections and Pokémon Go, and a life that had very little to do with the name on her birth certificate. That choice is the most interesting thing about Kelly Curtis. Not the credits, not the famous parents, the deliberate, specific, completely personal decision to build a life that belonged to her, not to her inheritance. She made her first on-screen appearance at 2 years old in the 1958 film The Vikings, which co-starred her parents Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh. She studied acting at the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute as an adult and appeared alongside her sister Jamie in the 1983 comedy Trading Places. She was on screen at 2, in a film her parents were making together, before she could form a memory, before she understood what a camera was. Hollywood was simply the air she breathed from birth. She had a recurring role in the 1990s series The Sentinel, playing LT Carolyn Plummer. Her other credits included Magic Sticks, The Devil's Daughter, Checkpoint, Ex-Cop, and mixed television films across the decade. A career that was selective, deliberate, never chasing the spotlight that her last name could have opened doors to, but choosing the work she wanted and stepping back when she was done. She also worked as a documentarian, partnering with her second husband on a documentary production company called Liberty Films. A filmmaker, behind the camera as well as in front of it. A businesswoman, she had worked as a stockbroker after graduating from Skidmore College before returning to acting. A woman of more dimensions than any single headline can contain. She helped raise money alongside her father Tony Curtis to restore the historic Doheny Street Synagogue in Budapest, Hungary, through the Emanuel Foundation, named after Tony's father. She was proud of her Danish roots and Hungarian Jewish ancestry. She went to Budapest. She helped restore a synagogue. She honored a grandfather she never met through a foundation that bore his name. The Danish roots and the Hungarian Jewish ancestry were not abstract to her. They were a source of pride she carried actively into the world. And she blessed every goodbye in Hungarian, Isen Veld, God is with you. She is survived by her second husband John Marsh, her sister Jamie Lee Curtis, her brother-in-law Christopher Guest, and half-siblings Alexandra, Allegra, Ben, and Nicholas. John Marsh, filmmaker, producer, professor, the man who partnered with her on Liberty Films, who shared the Idaho home where she died in nature and at peace. And Jamie, the younger sister, the first friend, the lifelong confidant, who sat down on a Saturday morning and wrote the obituary that no press release could have produced, because press releases do not mention Hearts games, turtle collections, almond Christmas cookies, or the Hungarian blessing that closed every message. Jamie gave the world the real Kelly Curtis, not the credits, the person. The cause of death remains undisclosed. The family has not elaborated. And in the spirit of everything Kelly Curtis stood for, a private life, a deliberate distance from the machinery of celebrity, A home in Idaho far from the cameras, that silence is appropriate. She was jaw-droppingly beautiful and a talented actress. She was my first friend and lifelong confidant. That is the cause of death that matters, not what ended her, what she was, who she was, how she lived, and how in her home in nature at peace she left. Kelly Lee Curtis, June 17, 1956, May 30, 2026. Issenveld Kelly. Thank you for watching.